A very good morning to you and welcome to the program. This is KTN News and this is News Center with me, Carol Waweru. And our sign language interpreter this morning is Marisha Owiti. Kicking off with our top story today, the Director of Public Prosecution Nordin Haji and his Directorate of Criminal Investigation counterpart George Kinoti will leave for the United States today for a meeting with FBI Director and Office of U.S. Attorney General as Kenya enlists Donald Trump's administration to help in the fight against terrorism and graft. In an exclusive interview with KTN News before departure, DPP says Kenya wants America to help in the tracing of proceeds of crime, including issuing of bans on suspects and those convicted of corruption. The meeting also targets to stop education programs for students who study abroad using monies stolen in Kenya. Duncan Haimba reports. Moving on, Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i has reiterated his commitment to opposing the proposed lowering of age of consent for sex from 18 years to 16 years, saying that it will lead to an upsurge in teenage pregnancies and ultimately affect the livelihood and education of many young people. His remarks were echoed by Supreme Court Judge Lady Justice Njoki Ndung'u, who say the amendment of the Sexual Offences Act will be detrimental to the future of this nation. Both leaders were speaking during the prize-giving day ceremony at the Pangani Girls High School here in Nairobi on Friday. Moving on, a family in Salga is distraught after their kin was boiled to death in a tank at Samir Agricultural and Livestock Limited in Sachangwan, Nakuru. On May 30th, the 26-year-old Enoch B was said to have been sent to clean one of the boilers when another person, in unclear circumstances, opened inlet pipes, letting in hot water into the tank. He succumbed to the scald he sustained 2 days later. Joan Latin met the family of the deceased in Nakuru and brings us this story. Moving on to sports news, National Rugby 15s team manager Jimmy Mnene says that injuries are the main reason the Simbas have excluded some of the most experienced players like Davis Chenge and Wilson Kapondo from the provincial squad currently preparing for the Elgon Cup. The side, however, believes that they will have a good outing. Thank you so much for joining us. This is how we wrap up our today's News Center edition. I've been your host, Caroline Waweru, and a sign language interpreter this morning has been Marisha Owiti. Have yourselves a lovely day.